You are my yummy chocolate mousse in a cup. And how many times have I told you contrarian investing is the way to go? You see, when you buy low, sell high, friends, you're contrarian. When you buy low, everything is always met with the deepest, darkest narrative you can imagine. You know, I used to think this only happened in crypto. It doesn't. It happens in stocks. Whenever stocks go down, there's always FUD with the stock. Oh, the CEO is getting sick. Oh no, this manager said that they're like performing bad in the Asian markets, whatever. These things always happen. And then your goal is to find out, hey, can they get over this or not? Luckily with crypto, we're still part of this 4-year cycle, woo-woo magic part. Okay, but also in crypto, there are a lot of even contrarian investments where despite, say, the market doing really well, people still refuse to touch certain stuff, friends. When I made this post, I made a couple of posts on this. XEN, for example. Friends, I just want to tell you right now, there's a comment in here. This guy, I want to find that if he literally said, this is the craziest part. Just to show you, he literally goes, are you trying to make the Hex community hate you? So shout out to Mr. M, Mr. Sin of Rebellion. And I'm just here to mention, man, look, friends, I don't care. All right, I don't care at all. Literally zero. Not even remotely close. I really don't care. Firstly, you're all my friends anyway. Who cares about money? But when it comes to these, I don't care, right? I don't sell you any mastermind courses, no indicators, no access, no special this. I don't sell anything. I've given out all these, like, so much free value. Here I am navigating this stuff. I don't care about, wow, he doesn't like me. I don't care, man. We've seen this time playing out time and time and time again. All this evidence, all this data. You were here. I was here. Okay, bear market bottoms. Oh, Davey Soy Hoffman's crying. Everyone's saying it's game over. What about Richard Hart's 10K? Bang, that's the low. Polar opposite of the top, polar opposite of the low before that, polar opposite of the top before that, and so on, friends. Okay, so when I'm showing you this XEN chart here and this rounded bottom when I've placed it out here, I just want to remind you of something. I'm just here. See, I always wanted, when I'm watching an influencer out there. I watch influencers like you, friends. Okay, I'll like watch them out. I'm like, hey, can you tell us if, like, oh, this silly person who only comes at tops has appeared, or is there opportunity out there for us to participate? They can only give us information about when to exit. But what about stuff that is good? But here's the thing. What I tell you, friends, the crypto problem, the trilemma, the triangle, they can only do 2 of these 3. You make money, the influencer makes money, and the influencer protects their reputation. So they care about popularity. Okay, you can't do all 3. If the influencer makes money and they protect their reputation, you suffer. Why? Because when they protect their reputation, okay, they are shilling you stuff after big green candles. Bad reward to risk ratios going forward in the future. But they look good right now because there's a lot of dopamine. Okay, it's basically, friends, just like, let's say someone's like your really good friend, but all they ever did was invite you out to parties on a Friday night and everyone's getting sloshed and fried and toasty. Okay, now you might say, oh, that's a cool friend. Okay, but are they inviting you to family barbecues? Do they want to see you Saturday for lunch sometime? You know, what about, oh, do they like want to invite you over for dinner? What about Christmas? Get you something for your birthday? You know, is it only like a Friday night party stuff? Well, I'm telling you, that's the same thing when it comes to these crypto influencers you and I are watching. So you think, going, okay, how do you make money, friends? How do you make money? Well, of course, you and me as outsiders, we make money, and they never do this, by the way. They don't do this. 99% of them do not do this. It's where they will risk their reputation. Basically fade the crowd. They keep pissing off the crowd. So buy low, sell high. So when they're literally telling everyone buy low, like, hey man, the crowd, all of you, you're all wrong. This coin, it's actually really contrarian. Like, I'm telling you now, none of you want to own it, which means probably some of you should own it as a lottery ticket at some point, because who cares? Okay, it goes to 0, it could go to 0, but see what I mean? They're too scared to even, they don't want to do that. Because they're like, oh, reputation, I'm going to lose some likes, subs, and sponsorships. No, not the sponsors, sir. Who cares about the sponsors? You have your fluffy slippers, that's all you need. And your cold orange juice, of course. 3 ice cubes, friends. So they never choose you make money, man. It's always they make money and they protect their reputation every single time. Me, 0 value to reputation, 0 care. You know why? Because I bought low. Who cares about reputation? Oh, wow. This guy, oh no, he's talking about buying low. They're not even buying low. People don't say it like that. They say, oh, he's going to get you to lose all your money, scam. Oh, what about this one didn't work? Friends, you see what I mean? Assume 1 in 10 things you click are definitely scams. And also assume 30% of everything you own is going to zero before the bull market even finishes. Just assume that. So that's what I'm telling you now from the bottom of my heart. Just know that, okay? So I will come across stuff. They will rug. I've already accommodated for that. So have you. 90% call, 10% lottery. Of your lottery, you don't have one lottery. You keep throwing around stuff. Maybe like 10 to 20 things, okay? And that's how you learn and you expand. You get better. You improve. You sharpen the tools. You sharpen your cucumber friends. You peel it off. You get very sharpened cucumber. So most people, they'll give up because they get haunted by that one failure. You know, friends, think about someone like Crypto Cobie. He made billions. He's a billionaire of crypto. And that one FTX sponsorship, that one sponsorship, gone. Goodbye, show. Goodbye. One FTX sponsorship. They started accepting 50K. And he was like, I could tell, man, he's frazzled because he's like, damn it. I hate crypto industry because of all these charlatans and sponsors and everybody paid under the table. And then I got paid for FTX and it was the one exchange that I trusted. The one that I was like, there's no way this thing goes to zero. That was basically what it did. Guess what? That was the one that went to zero. All right. So you have to decide now, okay, what type of person you are. I know what I am. I'm a squirrel and I hold my own nuts. So if you get punched in the nuts, friends, cool. Grow a third pair of nuts. Get back in the ring. Get kicked again. Okay, I know there's no kicking allowed. Get back up. What are you going to do? This is the game of crypto, right? But there's always going to be a 4-year cycle. That's what we're counting on. So you can always keep getting back on the horse. Contrarian investing. That's why it's so contrarian to be in Zen, friends. It's crazy. Now, you probably want to know what happened. Now, you got to learn this. Okay, what I'm about to tell you, you're going to have to really learn this. Now, what I'm going to do is change it to market cap pricing. So you can see, because I have these nice figures here. Now, if you remember, you see down here, friends, Zen hit, if we go down, Zen hit minus 100%. You see that? Minus 100%. And I made the meme. It actually is down minus literally 100%, like from the top. And that was my prophecy. So when it was down here, I'm like, oh, wow, it's going to hit minus 100%. And it did. Okay. Now, here's the thing. When it hit minus 100%, right, it then got some buyers and it actually had a nuclear run up. Now, it was a short-lived nuclear run, but it was crazy because it went and did a freaking 13x. And Zen community came out, Zen maxis, etc. Remember, Zen's hyperinflationary. And here's the thing. At the very, very top, friends, at the very, very top of this 13x move, it reminded me of Hex early days. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that, because people ask me, how did you even find Hex? And I don't know why, friends. I'm just born for this. I saw Hex. Let's put it on a linear chart. I saw Hex do this move first. Okay, it did this move. All right, look, have a look at this. It did this God move, this God pump, 24x, whatever it was. Okay, from the low when it did this. Yes, 100x move from the low. When it was up here, everyone was saying you got to get in, because I remember I didn't even know people. Right? I was in Telegram. I didn't know where to go. Was on YouTube. I did not look at Twitter. Zero Twitter. I hated Twitter. Didn't even know what it was. And people say, got to get in upon Discords and stuff. Okay. Shout out to Mr. 6K Crypto. He was the one telling me, oh man, this thing's going good and stuff. And I knew. I go, if you are one of the chosen ones, you will have a correction. You will retrace on your BTC ratio, and I'll get in. I'm not paying up. And I waited. I waited so patiently while everybody was super patient. Wait here. Now, what I'm actually going to show you now is the Hex ETH ratio. So this is the Hex ETH ratio, friends. It's actually it right now. So you see, this is the top of the pump right here. And I waited and waited and waited, but I didn't even know what big payday was, friends. I just waited and waited. Guess what? Started getting in here, right? Started getting in there. Had a rational mind built for this thing. Built, friends. And look at this. So when Zen did that move, look when it was. April 2023. All right. And when this happened, I was like, there's something here, man. I think Trevon. I think he was in here, right? By the way, I hope Trevon plays this video back and he puts, and we're live. He's got some nice soundboards. He's also got the horn, the war horn. I like that too. Now, when Trevon was basically talking about, hey, there's something here. Okay, no one believed him. Then this thing happened. And I knew from that point, I'm not going to FOMO, of course, friends. If you FOMO, it's finished. You can't ever. You got to go, all right, this is the hardest part. If you actually want to make it in this game, this is how we find signals in the market. You see the biggest, most ferocious candle somewhere, the biggest, most ferocious green volcano. But then the hardest part is you go, I must now wait. I must now stay on the sidelines. I must prepare myself. And actually, you're prepared to buy off the strong hands who are going to become weak hands. Okay, they say they're strong, but they're not actually strong. Okay, now what ends up happening is April 2023, and then I wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and then I noticed this happening. I said, well, if you are the chosen one, okay, Zen, if you're gonna do something, you're gonna show me something on this chart. Then this happened. Bang, this move, and like right here. You see that move right here? And I said, that's very strange for a hyperinflationary coin. For you to start going sideways, something is going on here. It reminded me of Hex. Exact same. I'm not saying Zen is going to do Hex. I'm just telling you it's the same core principle of you watch something, it runs its cycle, and then you keep it on the side and you just watch it. And you are prepared to wait and wait and wait. Like for example, Colt Dow, we waited 400 days. I made like 16 to 100x on Colt Dow, holding it, getting in early, made it in like 2 weeks when it first launched, and the beginning of 2022. And then I have to wait 400 days to get back in, starting to get back in. You know what I mean? So that's another thing to think about, your patience in this game. So, I looked for these things, right? Zen, rounded bottom formation, upside still 20x if it goes back. That's why I like this bit. Like from here, friends, when I started reporting on, even from here back to the top, that's a 27x. I don't know if it's going to get there, man. I'm not here for the price targets, but this is just what I want to tell you. Like, look at everyone who said they don't want to touch this. This is so contrarian. Following people don't want to buy it. Okay, my cousins, my real life friends, Mr. Custard. Okay, friends. Mr. Custard has bought. You don't want to know the stuff we've bought together. we're like, I'm 99% sure we're losing money on this, but we got to get it because it's funny right now. See what I mean? This is crypto. It's the funniest. It's literally the funnest casino of all time because you can actually have an edge, and you can also participate in stuff and willfully lose money and still laugh about it. Okay, so Mr. Custard doesn't want to touch it. My crypto friends of 4+ years. Okay, this is the funny part. You're like, oh, wish I knew back then. Guess what? I got friends who knew me from back then. And guess what they're saying? Bow, bow. That's funny. And literally everybody else, all of them saying, you have lost your mind. I don't know. Lottery ticket, man. That's why, hey, upside's 20, downside's 1. That's what I like to look for. Friends, the best part about crypto is you don't need to find something that's going to be here in 20 years, like the stock market, okay? You don't need to find something like that. You can find stuff that's only good for a cycle. I'm not saying Zen's going to be good for a cycle. I don't know. I'm just telling you that the beautiful part is, friends, if you go bet on something, let's say you want to bet on a team in a sports league, your team, if you're supporting them and your team's coming like 7th, okay, like, you're only going to hit peak happiness if your team comes first and wins the grand final. But in investing, you don't have to. There's a better game. There's more dimensions. You will have more fun if your team is coming like, let's say there's 30 teams. Your team's coming like 29. And then they finish the season at like 17th. Okay. Now you went from like near wooden spoon to like trash. like you're relegated out of the season to like, nah, you're just a trash team. That is a freaking lot of money. And you get rewarded in markets for that. You don't get rewarded in sports games for that. In sports games, no one cares. No one remembers second. Just get out. But guess what, man? The beautiful part of markets, like I say, is the wealth you make, it doesn't know, oh, you got yours off a meme coin. You got yours off a leverage trade. You got yours off on-chain trading. You got yours because you staked for 7 years of Hex. You timed at the top of a bull market and you got out. You got yours because you bought a coin called PulseX. You had no idea what it does. You used Matty Allen's time lock for 6 years. It comes out and like it's up 400x. You see what I mean? It's the dollar amounts, all these crazy things happening. The dollars basically doesn't discriminate. So that's That's the absolute fantastic things about this. Now, I'm not telling you to touch Zen or anything else, friends, but I'm just showing you insights into why I do this, and the upside is huge in this, huge, if these things work out. And I've even shown you, like, there's a relative price of Richard Hart. Richard Hart is like king of the empire, and then you have these little cities. You've got Zen, you've got Titan X, and they're trying to like fight for some residual market share. And there is residual market share from this. You probably see these things happening, right? He's starting. This was always, by the way, part of my original thesis for Hex. I go, well, if you guys succeed, you're going to have a city of wannabe clones, okay? And you're going to have leaders who are trying to be Richard Hart, but just can't quite hit the mark. And they've got to do things their own way. But the risk is that they do something better than him. But I think we're so far away from that. It's very, very, like, you know what I mean? It's more likely that you're going to be residual guys around there, and they're going to say that they're better, but they're not going to be, you know, as charismatic or have 2.8 billion to do stuff, okay? But guess what, man? In markets, you can still make that, friends. Like, there are people who got rich buying Pepsi. It's not Coca-Cola, okay? I'm wearing a Pokemon hat. All of this can go to zero, but our friendship is going to be infinite. Like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you soon.